So this is the complete package of Tesla Model 3 2021. The battery is coming from a Tesla Model 3 82 kilowatt. The car was damaged after 1500 kilometers, so it's quite brand new actually. And the things what I have done, I just connect the battery to a Fronius inverter. I don't know if many people know, but the Fronius accept only 3 or maybe 4 brand of battery, what they can be connected to the connection of the battery. They have the inverter. It is Fronius symo hibrid, what allow you to connect the PV solar over there. Like you see, I have 2 strings, plus and minus, 2 strings. And they let you to connect the solar and the battery, only the OEM battery, Fronius, Bud, and LG. And what I was studying, it's also Tesla powerwall, but I don't find any information about how. So what I have done, I put them together in parallel with the solar panel. What I have it's a 6 kilowatts configuration. I have it and my roof, and the battery, like we know, it have about I don't know where they find it out. Yeah, 400 volts DC. So I connect the battery, like you see here, minus and plus from the battery through the PV. So to the PV, so it's to the contactor where they come to the solar panel and parallel. What I have done, it's I calculate so it's not reach more than 400 volts, so the panel what I have put them, it's 39.4, I think so, volts per each, and I have 20 solar panel what it's put them in 2 strings and serial. So the value of the panel, they cannot reach more than 396 and 98, I think, volts. So like that, the power cannot be overcharged. The battery cannot be overcharged from the solar panel. It's one thing. Another things what I have done, it's to find out where to plug the battery. So because I don't know if many people know, the Tesla, they have a contactor, it's over there, and that switch the power off when, for example, the car damage or make crash, or I don't know. And they have also a pyro fuse over there. This is the pyro fuse. The things what you can measure, you can see you have before, it's over there, the contactor, and after the contactor. After the contactor, if you get it from that point, that is the plus. And before the pyro loose, you have, I think, when I bought the battery, it was 188 volts, and that two because the battery have 4 big cells, so 2 of the 2 cells, it's 188 it was, and when you measure from the other pyro loose connection to the minus pole, over there, you get also 188, I think it was. So the battery, when I bought it, it was about 383 volts, I think. It was almost 80% powered. So what I have done, I just actually connected directly. So before the contactor, because if you go after the contactor, you have no power. See, you have no power over there. I'm still working to a solution. What allow me to do with that Shunt, you know, this what I put them is just to see the voltage and the ampere and the state of charge. So she allow me to control a little bit the battery. So because, you know, actually I cannot overcharge it, but I can discharge it to under 320. Like we know the Tesla battery, actually this Model 3, it's when it's empty, it's about 332 volts, and when it's full charge, it's 41 or something like that. So we know, and it's 96S. You know, all that information, I'm not quite sure it is precise, because I'm not electrician. I'm just a guy what like to do something, and in the end it's success, and sometimes it gets how it's called with happy ending, and sometimes not. And the things what I have done here, I know it's maybe not professional, but I get the precaution to don't get burned or something like that. So I will tell you one more times the things what I have done. This is I put them a fuse to the battery. This is the battery, what is coming from the battery. It's going through the fuse, so it can switch. It's a 13 ampere, and I get it 16 ampere. What I plan to change it. So if it's coming more than 16 ampere, so you will switch the battery off, what is going to the battery. And also I'm not the only one what I using the power in the house. So my wife, I told her, if it's going below 340, 30, so to don't put them our electric car to charge, because I want to keep it between 340 and 370, something like that, volts. So she can switch down the battery, so we can suck from the grid. The things what I want to do now, that's the Shunt. You have the possibility to control with to put them a relay, you know, and that the relay you can turn it on out manually from here, and you can see turn when you press the button, boom, boom. You can turn it on and off, and it's coming a red light over there manually. But you can also put them from the Shunt. They have here a menu where it's set over voltage power, and if you press it, to my settings, it's put them to 400 volts. So that means if I put them a relay, the problem it is I find out I need to put them actually two relay. I'm looking after to use this contactor. This is also a relay, and it's work also with what I find out on the internet, because I don't find any information about how it's working. You can see you have two connection. I think one is the can, the yellow one, and the black one, I suppose it is power, 12 volts. So I'm trying, what I'm guessing I will try to do is to actually use that contactor or relay, or how it's calling, to switch off and on when it's arrived to 400 volts. In my case, and to switch off again when it's arrived to lower voltage power. And you can see here, I put them to 321. Now I put them that value, but it's not working because I don't have any relay. If you see here, I have four pins to that Shuntex. The first one, it's the plus from the battery, what it can measure how many power it's coming through the battery and out and in. The other two, in my case, it's the model to what it accept 400 volts and 300 ampere. So it's need to be connected to power, and the power is about 3 watts, and from 10 to 30 volts. And I have all the transformator from I don't know, I think it's a router or something like that. I just measure, and she have about 12 volts. So I put in the power to the shunt. This is a shunt, actually. You can find also many model. They have Victron and LE and all that things. What I find out, this is quite good, and the prices was also okay to me. So you have plus and minus to the shunts, what you power the shunts, and after that you have you can see down, you have one pin more. That is the plus from the relay, and that will make me to connect a relay what you can switch off and on the battery. And the bad things it is of this Shuntex, she don't. I'm coming now. Yeah, come on. I'm sorry. It is my younger son. Yeah, you can see here is charging, and the power what is getting in, and all that things. The bad things now, it is this value. Then they don't show me how much she was discharging and how much it was charging, so I need to delete every time to find out how much it was. And another issue what I maybe will think to find out, it's to connect that battery through the inverter, to the connection of the inverter, because my inverter, it's a hybrid one, and they have two connection to the PV solar, what accept up to, I think, 500 or 800 volts, and another one plus and minus to the battery. Like I told you, the only battery what they accept, it's 3 of them, Bud, LG, and Fronius. They are self. I'm thinking to put them that to control my battery, my powerwall, what I made it. I don't find any solution yet how to do that, because I suppose to, if I put them the plus and minus from that battery all the way to inverter, I don't think she will communicate it, and they don't recognize it. Maybe not, I don't know, sure, but you will be great, because the things what I have now is charging, but it's losing some power somewhere. So if let's say my PV solar panel produce 3 kilowatt hour, I will charge only maybe 2.2 kilowatts. So you will be missing about 700 watts or something like that. So, and the rendement, they are not 100% quite good to charge the battery. And also we have also a low, you can see a low power current. It's, I think, in the maximum, and the lucky day I can arrive up to 11 or 12 ampere, and that is when it's a sunny day. I'm living in Denmark, so we don't have so many sunny day, The plan is to get some more panel and put them 10 panel, what is about 5.5 kilowatts, only to charge the battery. Yeah, so I hope you got the point and the idea. Sorry for my English. I hope you understand it. It's not my native language. So yeah, I hope it's help. I try to find out the solution, how to put that together. I talked with some couple of people. They said it's impossible because that type of cell from 2174, I think it's called, from a Tesla Model 3, it's very difficult to connect it with a non-BMS, non-Tesla BMS. It was easy if I get 48 volts from Tesla Model S or X. They have many possibility to find BMS controller and all that things. But I talked with a guy and she said he cannot see what will be the problem if I connect with parallel the solar panel and the battery and put them directly into the Fronius. This funny stuff it is now, the Fronius, she's thinking 24/7. She's sucking from the sun, but actually when it's not the sun, she's sucking from the battery, and in the night also. Yeah, so I hope it's help to somebody what you want to improve the system, and I don't know, do some research, so maybe you can put me in the light. And another things what I want to show is I make how it's called, the cooling system. I use the old pipe, put them there, and I put them anti-gel, or how it's called, cooling liquids what they use to the engine of the car. And upstairs it is for connection what I tap it up like this one. I use as one on and off switch to the pipeline and fill it up with water, and you can see now it's actually 15 degrees. I think I don't see to raise more than 19 degrees. Like I told you, I'm living in Denmark. Here it's also a little bit cold. Yeah, and I'm still working on it to make it to be better, maybe, or maybe not burn it. So have a nice one.